Welcome back once again to Burbank Ice Arena. This is Nick Face.
And Sean Collins.
Tonight the Reading Rockets will be taking on the Stoneham Spartans. And for Reading, they just came off a nice victory against Woburn, 7-1. I know that Coach Doherty was very happy with what he saw from that game.
Yeah, I think Coach Doherty said that was probably his team's most complete effort of the season so far. You know, Woburn, don't get fooled by that score. Woburn's a good team. I think it was 0-0 after one, and then 5-1 after second, I believe. So the second period was a huge key for Reading, and that's just a good confidence builder. You know, this Reading team comes in, they don't score many goals, but they have scored goals of late, so they need to keep that going. And of course, it all starts with that top line of Devaney, Dente, and Thompson. But Stoneham this year has much improved over the last couple of years. They play hard. As you said, Paul Sacco was a great defenseman here for Reading, and I think he actually just got nominated for Hall of Fame.
Yes,
right?
he was. Yes, he was one of the people that I ended up voting for too. So
he's obviously a great player.
Yes,
he brings some, played in Europe a little bit, so he brings some of that European flash in. So Stoneham's going to be a tough team here, so Reading's going to be on their A game.
Well, getting ready to take the face-off, as always, is Ryan Thompson with his first line, with Dente his left wing and Devaney his right wing. And we are set, ready to go here at Burbank once again. Reading takes it in the zone, and Devaney's going to try and chase it down. We have Thompson in the corner, and stepping up right there, that's Lawrence, and trying to put it on net. There's a shot there from the Rockets by Dente, can't put it in. The blast from Frazier, deflected, and it goes into the corner. Lawrence again tries to keep it in, can't do it. Stoneham's going to have their first opportunity here. That's number 14 from Stoneham trying to put it in the zone. That's Ben Allen. He is one of their captains. And the shot, another save by the Stoneham goaltender tonight, Robert Giordango. Giordango is their goaltender. Already he's been tested so far here, so Reading has a good opportunity with the shots that they're putting on net.
Yeah, I think Stoneham's more of a defensive-minded team that likes to cause some turnovers for their scoring chances. So, as I said, their goalie's going to be tested tonight. He comes in, he's a big kid, he takes up a lot of the net. So in order for Reading to score, they're going to have to start picking corners.
Can't keep it in the zone. Stoneham will take it out. That's number 22. Looking for the pass is Woolley. And again, the heavy hit there, that's by Barbera. And that's what Barbera needs to do. He needs to be physical presence on the ice.
Use that big body for him, absolutely open up stuff.
And the backhander shot again by Barbera, and it's another save by Giordango.
And that's what Reading's going to do, get the puck in deep, work Stoneham's defense. Like you said, get Jake Barbera in there, work him, hit some bodies, get some turnovers.
There's Mike Thompson, he's in the corner. Trying to get the puck. It's right wing Brian Shea. And it goes through the legs of Barbera, goes out of the zone. Chasing it down is number 4. That's Seabold for the Rockets. Morelli looks from behind the net. And again, Seabold will chase it down. Trying to grab that is number 22. That's Woolley again from Stoneham. McClellan's going to try and use the boards. He passes it over to Shea. And dumps it in. Reading will change it up. Bova trying to chase it down. And it was Ferranzani who's trying to keep it in now. The Reading will have to clear. And we have an offsides called.
Obviously look for Coach Doherty here to roll all 4 lines nice and early into the game. You don't want a lot of stoppage here. You want all 4 lines to go. Try to get into a good rhythm.
That was Granada taking the face-off. Taking it back in the zone again is Ferranzani. Good hustle, good speed there by Granada. And Reading will have to clear and reset. Ferranzani goes to his right, looking for Hagen. Hagen trying to pass it up ice. And Granada's going to try and chase it down. Back into Stoneham. And Stoneham will be changing up here too. Reading will reset. Looking to pass off the boards, trying to chase it down is Granada. Number 14 from Stoneham. That's all Allen again. Trying to use the boards to clear. Another shot by Redding. Good opportunity by Galante. Made a great shot, but it's another save by Giordano. We got line number 2 out. That's Thompson. Thompson tries to pass it off to Shea. Can't do it. See, I think that's one of the things that he's got to work on more. He's got to pass that puck more.
Yeah, at every level, when you make the first
The stick handling is nice, but I think using your other players on your line more effectively can get you more results.
Yeah, obviously the old adage is, the puck moves quicker than the guy in the body, so...
Even with Barbera, he could have dumped it right off to Shea, had an opening right there, pop it right in. But they ended up trying to stuff it in themselves.
They'll come, but hopefully, like we said, as the game progresses, they kind of see what kind of space they have or what kind of space they don't, and then each teammate can get to a spot.
Stoneham's 22, Woolley goes to his left, and he clears. This is number 28. And another shot. That's a save by Morelli. Another shot from the point from 12. Tufts. And another save by Morelli. So Morelli tested with 2 shots.
That's just bad in-zone coverage there by the Rockets. Guys just not going to their spots. The puck's in the opposite corner of where you are. You want to be right in front of the net. Right there, a little Jake Barbera gets too far off to the wall. Allows 12 to come down in and take a good shot on Evan.
And it's out of the zone. Frazier's going to have to chase it down. 8:35 to go in the first period. It's 0-0. By the looks of it, I can probably think that it's going to be 0-0 as the period ends. There's not a lot of things happening right now for both sides.
Yeah, a lot of play in the neutral zones, for kind of dot to dot. But
Lawrence tries to go up ice, finds Phelan. Phelan with the shot. That was a good shot on net, but it's another save by Giordano.
Yeah, good effort there by Phelan. Good shot. Almost snuck by him there, but just missed.
He need another body, that's what I think. And chasing it up. And it's going to be an icing called.
He's got some scoring touch too, so it's only going to help him if he opens things up for...
I think he balances out that first line pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you need some grit on every line. Obviously Devaney, Dente, they're not the biggest guy, so throw Ryan Thompson in there, tell him to play physical, smart defensive hockey, and his goals will come just almost by accident playing with those two.
Yeah. Well, another icing call. This reminds me of that Arlington game we did last Wednesday. A lot of icing.
Very choppy so far, absolutely. Not a lot of flow to it. Which again, Reading wants to roll 4 lines. They don't want a lot of whistles, so favor Stoneham right now.
The shot from Lawrence. It ends up getting deflected to the left. Good chance right there for Verrier, actually. Verrier out there now. So it looks like everyone's getting an opportunity to play here tonight.
I know I think a little bit of the flu bug's going through the Rocket locker room this week, so probably Coach Doherty wants to keep a lot of guys fresh, play some guys that usually only play a couple shifts a game, so look for that to happen, but look for as the game progresses to maybe shorten the bench depending on what the score is.
It looks like everybody is present from the team, so that's one thing. If you're on a hockey team, if you have the flu, pretty much everyone's going to get it now.
Oh, absolutely. With the locker rooms, how small they are, absolutely. But it's a good sign everybody's here. Just obviously with the flu, it helps. It hurts stamina. So.
Oh, Barbera had an opening. Did you see it?
Nice.
He had the opening right on the right-hand side on that net, and he wasn't able to get the pass off. Oh, that's something that they might regret early on.
Well, it's just a good cycle there. Michael Thompson cut back, come to the net. Obviously, big Jake Barbera, where he needs to be in order to score his goals, right in the top of the goal crease. But again, Giordano, he's a very big kid, so it's going to take a little bit more for it to score on him. obviously in tight like that, it's tough to hit your angles. It would more just get the puck on the net and hope for the best. But probably Reading's best sustained pressure so far between Michael Thompson and Barbera and Sean Berry on that right side.
Seabold takes a nice shot. It goes deflected to the right. Bova's going to try and chase it down.
Again, another solid line.
That's another good hit there from Stoneham too. Seabold using the boards, passing it over to Granada, and he loses it. Seabold again to the boards, looking for Phelan. Can't handle the puck, so it goes right in back for Stoneham. Pass down ice. McClellan. He was passed over to Phelan. And here's, looks like Seabold again. Seabold just got a nice hit there from Stoneham. Very physical.
Again, like you said, sloppy hockey so far, so that favors Stoneham. This is exactly the type of game that Stoneham came in looking, hoping to play.
Well, ask and you shall receive.
Is to make it like a boring type defensive-minded hockey game, a game that obviously Reading doesn't want to play. So, again, Stoneham doing a good job right now, kind of clogging everything up, keeping things to the wide.
Shot from Hagen, he can't get it off. Reading has to clear.
That's all Stoneham wants to do, keep pucks outside, gets blocks, and get timely goaltending. And so far they've been doing, so far in the first 10 minutes, they're very good so far.
Narahara. See, I think when Narahara, he's got to have another guy that's right by him to the right side. He didn't, so he had to put off shot, and the shot didn't make the net. Shot from number 17, that's Barco, another captain. Stoneham has 4 captains in total. Is that correct? Yeah, looking at the sheet, they have 3 captains in total. So they always have a tri-captain kind of system.
Yep. Similar to what Reading was going to do. Yep, the Reading's got 2 captains here. So.
And a whistle called. Well, we're closing in on this first period. Only have about 2 minutes left. And I'm pretty much guaranteeing that Coach Doherty wishes that this period never even happened.
Yeah, it's been a pretty sloppy period, obviously. Not one of Reading's best. Just hopefully they come out of here at worst tie, but you're looking for a late goal here by the first line that's on the ice right now.
Stoneham will look to set something up here. They're not able to do it as the shot goes behind the net. Morelli passes the puck up to Thompson. Thompson tries to take it away, can't do it. That's Dente. Dente has it now. Out front. Can't get it off. Again, Devaney's there. Back to the point. The shot. And another save. Reading's job right here is to make sure they at least get it in. It's no doubt going to end up being a tie for this period of 0-0. So no goals scored in this first period. The second line will close it out here. Drop the puck. Yeah, see, and Stoneham tries to put it in. It's going to be another out of play. Ends up going into the benches. They have to redo it, reset. Chasing it down was Thompson. And another whistle called, offsides with 3 seconds to go.
I actually think they're going to get Stoneham for an icing here. Stoneham defenseman.
Icing, it's not offsides. Icing, excuse me.
Took a slap shot before he hit the red line. And that might be a comeback for a big play here. You don't want to ice the puck with less than 10 seconds in the period. So all you have to do is take a couple steps, get to the red line, get it in. But now you're giving Reading a chance here on the face-off. Almost.
And that's going to do it for our first period. And we'll be right back for the start of the second period after a brief intermission. Stay with us. Well, the Zambonis are done. It means it's time to play some more hockey with the start of the second period underway. The Rockets coming out of the locker room. Hopefully they woke up a little bit, got themselves set, got themselves readjusted, and ready for a good second period.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to say much, I think, if you're Coach Doherty. You shouldn't have to say much with, the amount of seniors that Reading have on their team, guys that have been around here for, 2 or 3 years. They should each look to themselves in the locker room and know that the first period wasn't good enough. The captains of Morelli and Devaney need to step up. I'm sure they did in the locker room. Tell the guys to, let's get going here. Let's get engaged into the game and start playing a little bit better. And I'm sure, coaches Doherty and Tyson Klitsky also had a few choice words for them, just to try to motivate them, try to get them into the game, and try to start playing Reading hockey, which is get the puck in deep, make the Stoneham defenseman turn, pivot, make them make a play. And there's a lot of in-between zones play here, which, as we stated earlier, definitely favors Stoneham.
Now, an interesting note that I was thinking of while the period we were changing, they were doing the ice for the period. Last year, Reading played Stoneham right around the same time. What did they do?
I think they won Reading won 2-1.
Was it a 2-1? I thought it was a tie. I wasn't 100% sure on that.
I think Reading won 2-1.
They did win 2-1? Well, maybe.
But either way, it was the same type of game.
It was the same type of game.
Stoneham wanted to keep everything to the outside, kind of lull them to sleep, and Reading, I believe, just narrowly escaped with a 2-1 win.
It has the making of another game like this again. Going down. That was Devaney. Good hit there by Thompson behind the net. And the puck is out of the zone. They're going to have to clear. Chasing it down is Dente. The pass goes over to the right for Stoneham. And again, Lawrence will have to chase it down. He goes to Frazier. Frazier in a little bit of trouble there, so he's going to go back to Lawrence.
The first 5 minutes is the key that I'm looking for. What Reading team is going to come out in the first 5 minutes? Is it going to be the same that it came in the first? Or are they going to start playing rocket hockey? So the first 5 minutes are crucial here for the second period.
I mean, it's so evident to see that it all starts with your first line. And what I'm seeing with the first line right now is the passes, they're not being right on for your sticks, and they're not gelling together. And that's got to happen.
Well, you got to give Stoneham a little bit of credit too. They are playing a good, as they say, road defensive style hockey, where if once a Reading player has the puck on the stick, they're getting over there with one or two guys.
It's like they're smothering it.
Absolutely. So give Stoneham credit. They are playing a very good road defensive game right now.
Seabold has it, taking the pass is Thompson. The shot from Shea, that's a great opportunity there. Yep. Shea had a nice shot, another save.
And that's what they need more of right there. Good job there by Michael Thompson, driving it wide, getting over to Shea, who is a goal scorer. Nice try there.
Shea, another try, another shot, another save. So that's 2 shots so far by Shea. Barbera just got flattened.
This is a good sign here. It's a good shift here by the Rockets.
McClellan uses the backhander, ends up dumping it off behind the net. Barbera trying to take it away. He can't do it. Again down ice. Is there an icing coming? They waved it off.
So it looks like the pace has picked up a little bit since the first period. That last shift.
Nice pass there from Granada, the shot. Galante with the shot, another save.
And the chances are coming for Reading. You'd like to have seen Galante take a little bit better angle there. He kind of settled for the shot out wide. Could have improved his angle a little bit, but nonetheless got a good shot off and another good save there by Giordano.
And it looked like when he took the shot, he was dead center. And he didn't have a right side, a left side. And usually when you throw it right in the middle of a goaltender, they're going to get it.
Yeah, and that's why you always try to improve your angle. He's a righty coming down the right side. We'd like to see him step into the middle there, 1 or 2 steps to improve his angle a little bit. But nonetheless, got a good shot off, and it's a good sign here for the Rockets. The first good 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, and this is a big penalty kill here for Reading. I know Coach Steplitsky works a lot on the penalty kill with the boys, so look for them to keep everything to the outside. And again, your best penalty kill is your goaltender. And Evan,
another great
hasn't been tested a lot, so we'll see where he is mentally.
Oh, what an opportunity that was. The Dente to Devaney. Another save. So they've already had about 7 shots this period, and it really just started. We have 11 minutes to go in the second.
Again, a pleasure of having 2 of your better offensive guys being able to kill penalties. You get the puck out of their zone. It was a quick 2-on-1 offensive job there by Devaney Dente. Just another added pleasure of having your 2 offensive guys being able to kill a penalty.
Seabold goes over to McClellan. McClellan tries to pass it down ice. When he does, he's able to clear it.
So far so good on the penalty kill here. Stoneham hasn't really been able to set up. And I know they want to be aggressive. That's why Coach Steplitsky works with the penalty killers, likes the aggressive penalty killers, making guys in this level make a play. And so far, Reading's been up to the task.
Yeah, so far they've been able to do a nice job on this kill. It's been down their end for the most part. Looks like the puck is trapped a little bit. Now they got it. Barbera's going to chase it down. And again, another bird's eye view. The puck's right underneath us. Good hit there from Stoneham. And they pass it off to Phelan. Phelan goes down. And a whistle called. Looks like we have an offsides. Well, we're gonna have it. We have a penalty. And it looks like it's going to be on Stoneham. Going to be on, I believe, number 20 right there, going in the box.
Yep, I think they're going to
be a trip.
In for a trip. Yeah. So this is a good kill there by the Reading. The shift later, now they're back on the power play. So look for the power play to get some shots on net.
Or to Granada. Again, back to Granada. Good job with the kick save to keep it in. Shot by Thompson. Another nice save. Good shot there again by Granada. That was on net. That was a good job there. Thompson behind the net. They'll work to reset. Goes back to the point. Go back to Granada. Granada goes to his right. Back to Thompson. Back to Dente. Looking for Devaney. Can't keep it in. And it goes down the other end. Morelli passes it up. There's a good pass right there to Thompson.
Yeah, sometimes those passes are good, sometimes they don't work. Sometimes when you pass it all the way up there and the guy's by himself, he doesn't have a lot of help. Kind of counterproductive. Sometimes in the power play, you'd rather just come up as a unit, come up as your power play breakout, and get guys going to their spots. So, as you see, 1 or 2 passes. Now they're playing a little slap hockey here in the neutral zone. But nice pass there by Shea.
Thompson had it. It was taken away. I think Morelli's been a little bit too busy here in this this power play.
Well, good settle here by Seabold. Settle down, let guys get to their spots, and now bring it up as a unit.
Looking for, looked like that was Thompson out front. Can't do it. Stoneham takes it away. Number 22 there for Stoneham with the shot. That was Woolley again. We've said his name a few times. Oh, that pass has got to be got right there. That was right in the middle.
That's a big penalty kill there by Stoneham. Good job. Reading had some good chances early on with a lot of shots from the point with Alex and Thompson.
Wow, Shea's having himself quite a period. That's another shot on that.
He's a shooter.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. He's a shooter, so he should get a lot of chances. Obviously, with Mike Thompson being a little bit more of the skill guy and Jake Barbera being the more physical guy opening spots up, they should open up room there for Shea to get some shots off.
Yeah, I think Shea and Granada really have stepped it up this second period. They've had a lot of shots. Speaking of Granada, there's another shot. And it looks like on the save it was deflected towards the left side. Another shot from Frazier. Tries to put it on net. Phelan dumps it back. Looking for Galante. A shot. Another save.
A good start to the period, I'd say, so far for Rockets. A lot more improved in the third quarter. Still, you want to get higher quality chances. They've had a few, but right now a lot of their shots are settling to go on the outside where they need to improve their angles, a little bit better scoring chances to beat Giordano.
Shot, another save. Reading again has a ton of shots in the period. They just can't put it in. Another shot from Lawrence. That's on net. Another save. Well, I know the mindset for Reading was, let's win the game. So I know they're going to try and find some sort of way to get it done. And they have had their opportunities. It's just that Giordano has really stepped up and really done his job.
Yeah, I'd say, the first period was a wash. I don't think it was Reading's best player, but they come out a little bit better in the second period.
How about that? Both the guys. Reading tried to line them up and they get down. Dente drops it back over to Thompson, trying to find Devaney again. Devaney goes by the point from Hagen with the shot. Deflected to the right. Dente was trying to go back to the point. Hagen's going to have to chase it down. No icing.
And that's what Reading wants. Dump it in, get two guys on the puck hard. Now they have control of the puck. So good job here by the two forecheckers by Reading, Devaney, Dente. But again, it's one shot and done so far. Stone's done a good job of getting rebounds, getting the puck. Now that's, after a good forecheck by Reading, now they're playing defensive zone here. So good job by Stone. Great pass here.
Devaney with the shot, and it goes in for a goal. How about that?
Great board-to-board pass there by Connor Frazier. Looked like they caught the Stoneham defense sleeping just a little bit. Just a tape-to-tape pass, and that's the guy that you want for Reading on a penalty shot breakaway. Number 9, Devaney. Came in, improved his angle a little bit as a righty, pretended like he was going to his backhand, came back on his forehand and went under the bar. That's just a nice goal that not too many people in this league can do.
Well, maybe that's what Reading needed to get started, or jumpstart them. But that was a very nice pass there to Devaney, and he was able to use his stick well by not just going center right on the goalie. He was able to find an angle and put it in.
Like you said, this team's only going to go as far as that top line, Devaney, Dente, Thompson. And that's a little magic there by number 9, Devaney. Nice, great pass by Frazier, and an even better finish there by Devaney. So, and this is a big shift. The most important shift is one right after a goal. Obviously, Coach Stardy knows that. He puts out his second line of Thompson, Shea, and Barbera. Now they get an offensive zone face-off here. About 2 minutes and 56 seconds left. So, see if they can make some offense here on the face-off.
Like you said, this is a beautiful opportunity here. You want to be able to captivate and continue to play well after the goal.
Absolutely.
And Stoneham takes it out. It's number 8 from Stoneham. That's Cox. And Reading's going to be able to clear, which is nicely done. Thompson with the pass to Shea and covered up.
I don't think that's played yet in the second period, but Coach Stardy feels confident enough to put him out there with about 2 minutes left in the period. So just shows you as to how deep this Rocket team is and how much trust Coach Stardy has with everyone.
You know what it also means is that they must be working hard at practice too.
Absolutely. If you don't work hard at practice, Coach Stardy's not going to be used in the game.
You're not going to get used in a game. There's no question.
For sure.
I think I've only seen 2 players that are on the Rockets, including the goaltender, the other one, that haven't got any action tonight. I think everybody else has got some action here tonight. And to use everybody on your team for the most part, that's a nice thing to see.
Yep, I actually think that's probably Evan Murley's 3rd or 4th save this period, if that. So not a lot of work here by the Reading goaltender. Reading has pretty much dominated this period. It's been better than the first period. Still like to see them get a lot better chances. But again, about a minute left here. You got your number 1 line out here. Big face up here by Thompson. That's the reason why he's out.
I would say Stoneham really nobody really won that first period, but this is definitely Reading so far. It's a step forward. They didn't go back, and that's important.
Well, they're trying to stretch Devaney here on the outside. They must see something.
Well, we have about a minute left to go here in the second. Looks like Reading's going to continue to have their first line unit out there, which is great.
Yeah, all 3 guys are well-conditioned athletes, so you know they can take the minutes on them.
Skating it down is number 5. Gallagher from Stoneham. The shot from the point from number 9 from Stoneham. That's Kelly. Was not able to get it on net. Another shot attempt there for Stoneham. That was by number 19. Buttigieg.
A little sloppy wing zone here by the Rockets' first line. Looking a little bit too much to go on the offensive side. Sometimes, with about a minute left in the period, you just want to focus more on your defensive style of play. A little bit aggressive there by Devaney, looking for that home run pass again. Needs to get on the defensive side of his point man. Went for the stretch pass, got the puck turned over. It wasn't a great shot by Stoneham, but still a decent shot. Oh, nice play there off the face-off by Stoneham too. So Stoneham's bringing the pressure a little bit here with about 30 seconds left. Look for Ryan Thompson to tie this guy up. Oh. Yep, Michael Thompson out there to take the draw. I don't think Coach Stardy liked to see that face-off get clean win by Stoneham.
Oh, going down there. That looked like that was Bob. Nope, that was Seabold. And the whistle is blown. And that's going to do it for the second period. So after 2 periods, Reading did get 1 goal. It is 1-0 Rockets. Any adjustments that need to be made for the third? And we hope to see some more good hockey coming up in the third period, so we're going to take a brief intermission break, and we'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back for the start of the third period. Again, the score is 1-0 Rockets after 2 periods complete. This is a big period here for Reading. I do not think that 1-0 is going to win this game.
No, Stoneham hasn't had great chances, but they've had some good quality chances. But like you said, the first period was a wash. You could give it to either team. The first half of that second period, I saw Reading, outplayed them. But then they kind of you'd say maybe went to a wash after, the rest of that second period. So definitely, this is the type of game Stoneham wants. Down 1-0 going into the third period with a chance to tie or win the game. For Reading, maybe a little bit overconfident coming into the game, seeing that they beat Woburn this past Saturday 7-1. Look for them to come out more aggressive, have a little bit more urgency in their game, and if they don't do it, they could be in trouble.
What did you? I know you weren't there, but why was Reading able to have a 7-1 win against them? Just a lot of things setting up right.
Everything has to fall your way. Obviously, I don't think Woburn's goaltender played all that well, but as Coach Darty said, that was their most complete effort, and you want to see after a good team win, you want to follow that up. Right now, it looks like you take 2 steps forward, take 1 step back right now. So, not the type of game they wanted to see coming out of such a great game against Woburn.
From the games that we've seen so far, at least we've done, I know the Andover game really sticks out, at least to me. That was a really nice game that they had. Even Zavarian, that was a very nice game that Reading was also able to win with. They got some clutch scoring from the players and stuff. But some of the other games, 2-1, 3-1, it's a matter of getting lucky sometimes too. That's Devaney for the Rockets. Thompson's going to try and take it back in. He's the only one that now they're back in the zone. Sometimes you need your other bodies in the zone too. Frazier uses the boards, but it goes right into Stoneham. Up Thompson coming on ice, and he gets the puck. Stoneham has an opportunity here. The shot, and it actually goes off of Frazier. That was by number 18, Penny. Another shot. Ends up deflecting off of Frazier. Nice hit there. Looks like that was by Thompson. Pass over to Thompson. Thompson has Barbera to work with. Thompson fires off a shot. Barbera had a great chance right there with the rebound, but he wasn't able to get it through.
Nice little save there by Giordano. Nice little pad save. Again, he was tested early in the second, not so much. Oh, good save there.
Oh, that was a beautiful opportunity.
Shea coming around the corner there by the shot by Barbera. Those are the game of inches. You need to bury those chances when you get them. That one could come back and haunt them later in this period.
Yeah, it was wide open right there. I don't know what happened there. It could have been that the puck was at a certain angle. And there's a glove save by Morelli. That's probably one of his better ones of the night.
Yeah, but again, a little bit too much stick hit on there by Mike Thompson at the offensive blue line. Try to make a play, lost his feet. Stoneham comes down on a 3-on-2. A little bit shot wide, end boards for a rebound. But then, like you said, nice glove save by Morelli.
Now, for Thompson, do they want him stick handling as much as he does, or?
Well, as a skill player, you always feel like you're better off with the puck on your stick, but there's a time and place for everything. In a 1-goal game, 5 feet, on the defensive or offensive blue line, you don't want to get a turnover there, but a little bit too overzealous there by Michael Thompson.
Guarnata has it. He was trying to fire it back to the point. Can't do it. Fernzani will chase it down, try and put it back in. The pass over to Guarnata. That was from Galante. Puck goes up and actually goes into the stand. Souvenir time for some of the fans for the Rockets. Actually, those might be Stoneham fans that it went to. Sometimes Reading sits left. The visiting side sits on the right.
Hopefully whoever it is that gave us a nice little boy or girl watching the game.
You mean you wouldn't want to keep the puck up in there? No?
Well, it's got a nice wedding roll.
It does have a nice wedding roll.
In the water, you probably don't want that puck.
No. Throw it back on the ice. Chuck a puck. Except I don't think we have $100 if you get it in the barrel or whatever it is that they do. There's a nice shot for Narahara. He did have Di Loretto, but the pass was not intended in his area code. Macaluso passes it over. We're trying to reset to Di Loretto. Stepping up is Lawrence. Lawrence goes down. Out front is Di Loretto. See if they can get the puck to him. They can't. Out of the zone. Reading will have to clear. They have to reset as well. And again, it's dumped into the zone. Narahara will chase it down, trying to throw his body around there. Reading does not have anybody out front. McClellan using the boards. That's a nice stunt in the jar. Oh, nope, goes right back for Stoneham. Looked like it was a good pass. Over to Devaney. Devaney cross ice. Dente. Dente drops it back to Devaney. Back to the point. A shot. And another save behind the wrapped around. Thompson can't put it in. Glove save by Giordano.
Nice pressure there by the first line. You know, the first 5 minutes is crucial to any period. A little bit of a wash. I think Stoneham's doing a great job here, but for the most part, that was a great shift there by the first line. Good couple chances. Look for them to build on that with a good face-off here by Thompson.
Will we see the first line will Coach Doherty ride his first line a little bit more now?
I think, you know, depending on how the game shapes up, 10 minutes is a lot, you know, a lot of time, but you know, once we get down to maybe 5-6 minutes in the period, see how it depends on what the score is, you probably see the first line out there probably every other shift.
Cross ice, pass was intended for Stoneham. Reading trying to step up, brought back. That was a nice opportunity there for Dente, but Devaney wasn't in the same spot that he was looking for. Shot for Stoneham, another save by Morelli. He kicks it off to his right. Number 7 for Stoneham. That's Cam.
Bad defense there. You don't want to allow any 2-on-1s. You really should never allow a 2-on-1. Reading a little sloppy with the puck in the neutral zone, allowing Stoneham to have a 2-on-1 with a great opportunity. Not a utterly tough save by Morelli, but still a tough save where you don't want to have him save.
Reading with the shot. Oh, it's loose. What a save that was. That was a butterfly move, it looked like there.
Looks like the Rockets are going to be getting a power play here. I think they might get a Stoneham player for a hook.
They're going to take anything they can get right about now.
So look for that first power play group to start it off there, I would think. Depending on how tired
a shot at Frazier there. Frazier will be out there.
Looks like they're coming with the Michael Thompson unit, so look for Jake Barbera to get in front of the net, and shots from Frazier and McClellan up top here.
Frazier goes across. McClellan. That's not what they wanted. What's up with Morelli there? Okay. Looks like Morelli got a little tied up.
Must have caught a little funny edge on the ice there. As again, you know, there's a girls game before us, so sometimes late in the third period, ice is a little chippy. Probably just hit a luck.
Shea takes the shot. It's not.
You get a little off the crossbar here. It looked like
it went off the crossbar. He's right.
Well, Shea's a shooter, so he likes to shoot that puck. So not a bad little idea there. Almost catch Deidre, almost sleeping. Oh, that toner. Oh,
that was sloppy.
Again, this is a 1-on-4 right here, and Stoneham's getting the puck. So
and this is a power play.
Not a lot of compete level right now on that second power play unit.
See, no pass there. No pass. You've got to set it up. Barbera puts it out front. Nobody's there. Caranzani with the shot. Goes off the backboards. And look for Barbera. Can't get it.
Good work here by Stoneham's penalty killers. Keeping Reading to the outside. they've outworked Reading's power play to this point. Sometimes on the power play, you need to work harder than the penalty kills because you know they're going to work extremely hard. And that power play didn't really capitalize.
Surprised they were out there for as long as they were?
I mean, ideally, you'd like, a minute and a half power play. You like split time.
Because if you don't like it, can't you change it up?
Ideally, you want a whistle, but there was no whistle. Oh, good try there. There was no whistle for Coach Doherty to change up, and sometimes just with the flow of the game, it's extremely tough to change your lines up. But ideally, you'd want 2 units going out there splitting the time.
6:20 to go here in the third period. Who's going to win this game? I have no idea, do you? It's one of those back and forth.
No, it's looking more like the first period. If that power play would have been huge for the Rockets if they're able to score a goal there. Didn't really get great chances. And now it's anybody's ball game here with 6:14 left in the third. So far, this is exactly how Stoneham drew it up coming into this game. Keep it close and try to get a turnover. Maybe, hopefully tie it up, if not get the lead. So Reading's got to come here. They haven't played their best game, so I think what Coach Doherty is stressing right now is just play a solid 6 minutes. Don't worry about what the first period, the 2 periods and a half were. Just play a solid 6 minutes and try to sneak out of here with a win.
Got to find some kind of opening, find a hole somewhere in the goaltender, but it's all about positioning. Phelan typically does, when he shoots, put the puck on net. I don't know if you've noticed it, but even if he's at the point or something, he does fire it on net. And I think that's a big asset that you can have.
Yeah, it helps, it makes the goalie make a decision. Sometimes when you dump it in, you dump it to a corner. If you're not the first team to get there, it's an easy breakup. But if you throw it on the goalie, force him to make a save and force him to either stop the puck and get an offensive zone face-off. But yeah, again, it's a little bit sloppy here in the third period and favor Stoneham here. So we'll see how the Rockets play the next 6 minutes here. So they need to get the pucks in deep and work their cycle and make Stoneham go the full length of the ice.
So again, we're closing on 5 minutes left in this game. Looks like Stoneham's going to change it up here for their lines. Reading will have Granada take the face-off. Behind him is Frazier. See if they'll drop it back to him. They will. Fired. Can't put it on net, though. Loose! Oh!
Post there.
I think he hit the post. Another shot!
Yeah. This is a type of, this is a great shift here by the third line. Type of what they need. A lot of shots. And again, came off an offensive zone face-off because they got the shot in on the goalie. So good chance there by Reading. Again, they're not able to pat this lead a little bit. Still 1-0 lead. You would like to see them score another goal to take a little bit of the pressure off.
5 minutes to go. 5 minutes. Icing called. Puck goes down the other end.
They've had some chances about 2-3 feet from their net, from the Stoneham's net. Sometimes it's just mental. You have to mentally be prepared to battle hard in front of the net. And if you're not, sometimes those goals just don't go in.
Seabold trying to keep it in. And Macaluso dumps it in. Narahara will chase it down.
Uh-oh.
For Stoneham, they have number... Oh, there's a goal. Goal scored by number 14. That's Ben Allen. That wasn't very good defense.
Yeah, it looked like a little too much puck possession in the neutral zone by the Reading defenseman. I think it was Matt McClellan. Kind of overhanded a little bit, jumped off his stick. And again, opportunistic there by Stoneham. Like you said, Allen comes in, picks up the puck 2-on-1. That's Stoneham's second 2-on-1 this period. Beats Evan rather short side. So here you go. This is what Stoneham wants. They want a tight game, a 1-to-1 game. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here called by Coach Doherty.
Yeah, we'll take a timeout as well. We'll be right back. After the timeout, we're ready to resume. But the main question is Reading ready to resume? Can they get a goal? They need it.
Yeah, let's see how this senior Leighton team of Rockets kind of answers the bell here after a goal. We definitely weren't anticipating a 1-to-1 game with about 3.5 minutes left, so let's see how this senior group...
Devaney goes right hard into the goalie, and the goalie just says, "Get the heck out of here."
That's the type of mentality that Stoneham brought all night. They're not intimidated by this Reading team. They're going to fight, and they're going to battle. And to Stoneham's credit, they played a good Stoneham road hockey game. And for Reading, you have to be disappointed right now being tied 1-1 late in the third period. So look for Reading to really jump on the offense here. But you don't want to have another slip-up with an odd man rush, but you also don't want to tie Stoneham, so look for them to try to get on the offense.
Oh,
wow. That's the second great chance that Reading's had.
Oh, how did that not go in?
D'Adriano just coming up huge here at the third. But again, I don't think, you have to have that mentality of you have to stuff it home hard. Reading, I don't think they had that mentality all night tonight. They're looking for that pretty goal, soft goal. They didn't go hard to that net. Somebody goes hard to the net, that puck's just sitting there. They're just going to slap it.
They weren't aggressive enough. I absolutely can say the same thing. Playing soft is not the best way of going about it, especially when you're 1-to-1 right now. If they had really tried to get the puck in the net there, I'm not saying they didn't try, but try harder. And try to find that spot and dig to get it in. That's what you needed to do there.
You got to be willing to sometimes get the old nose bloody to score a goal. And Reading is a little bit off tonight, but
yeah, chip a tooth. Why not?
Hopefully, in the next couple minutes here, they can keep attacking the net harder and try to get that second goal for a win.
And that's what dentists are for, aren't they?
Everybody's got dental plans nowadays.
Yeah.
So.
Take one for the team. We have an icing that's called. Now, Reading used have we had a timeout? Yes, Reading used their timeout so far. Do you think Stoneham will use theirs?
Depending on the situation, I think it may be if a minute and a half left and they have an offensive zone face-off and still tied at 1, they might use it. But for defensive zone face-off, you don't want Reading to rest their star players and get a chance for a good face-off.
Another shot, another save. You must have about 35 saves so far tonight.
Yeah, and I'd say I probably have that 30 or so. 8 to 10 have been great chances, and the rest have been just...
Oh, you put it that high? I might say 4. It's questionable how much
Stoneham is going to use their time.
Stoneham will use their...
Looks like Coach Sacker probably saw something that wasn't happy with. So settle the troops down. Let everybody know what the situation is, what their defensive roles are. So not a bad timeout if he felt like their guys were running around just a little bit.
So we are back from that timeout. And again, it's all about the opportunities. Reading's had a fair share of opportunity, but it's the quality of those shots and those opportunities that is the main factor here tonight. Again, Reading's going to have to play some tight defense here. Shot saved by Morelli. Another save by Morelli. That's 2.
Stoneham's feeling it right now. They know they're in a hockey game. They're bringing it to Reading. Nice little save there by Morelli. Again, what kind of game that's going to be played.
Finally, the puck is moved. .2:15 and counting to go. 2:15.
Confidence is a dangerous thing. If you let a team that you should beat handily around into the game, let them hang around. Once they get that confidence, they feel like they can beat you. Anything can happen. Right now, Stoneham's got a lot of confidence, and they're saying to themselves on the bench that they're not afraid of Reading. They can beat these guys, and they're going to come hard because this should be the upset of the century if they were pull win out here at Burbank.
Devaney behind the net. And the puck goes out. Cross ice. We're going to dump it off to Devaney. He avoids the hit. Reading just can't keep it in their zone.
You can see Stoneham's got a little bit pep in their step after scoring that tying goal. So we'll see. It'll be interesting here the last minute as to what happens here.
Yeah, you're right. We're closing in on the minute mark. This is the third period. It is 1-1. What happens if it's a tie? Well, it remains a tie.
Yeah, no overtime played here in the MIA.
Thoughts on that?
You'd probably like to see a 5-minute overtime or something just to let the guys play, but I think it's more of ice time and availability and how many games are played at a rink. So it's okay with the tie, but you'd like to see maybe a 5-minute overtime, maybe a 4-on-4.
I'd like to see a shootout.
But right now, Reading's not thinking overtime. They want to go for the win. But again, Stoneham doing a great job in the neutral zone, not letting Reading attack with pressure.
Pass looking forward to Dente there. Now Hagen's trying to take it. Puck goes up and out. He's gonna have another face-off coming up. Looks like the first unit is coming out. Thoughts on their performance tonight? First line?
I think average.
Okay.
Average. I'd say obviously Devaney had a nice little rush there to score the goal, but if they're going to be considered one of the best lines in the state, and if Devaney, Dente, and Thompson want to be considered an MVP candidate for the Middlesex League, you have to bring it every night. And
do you see it right now?
Wasn't their best performance.
Yeah.
No, and I don't think anybody on the Reading team can say that they played well tonight. So
I think they got a ways to go. I do. I think they have a ways to go, and I think that they need to readjust, make some transitions, maybe change up some lines. I don't know. Get something that can kickstart them. This is a game that hopefully it doesn't affect their playoff seeding, but you got to get to the playoffs first.
Yeah, you know what? And it's and sometimes you're coming off a 7-1 win about themselves, but for Reading, that's just almost one of those unacceptable ties that hopefully doesn't come back and haunt them in the end of the season.
That's exactly right. So we'll sign off for this game. We will be back for the Hingham game. So we hope you enjoy that, and we hope you have a good week too. We will see you next time. And this is Nick Pace
and Sean Collins,
and we will see you for Hingham. Have a good week.